So I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk to you about what I think is going to happen as far as ACE Day. And we have not finalized any of these details, but I have enough of a suspicion of what we're going to do that you can start thinking about what you would do within the parameters that are shaping up. So to begin with, what we're going to ask people to do, where it's the kind of project where previously we would have given you 30 minutes in a room, which is to say capstones, some honors projects, some study abroad, we're going to ask you to make a video that describes your project that is about 15 minutes long. So the way I've described it is 12 minutes is probably okay, 15 minutes and 10 seconds is not okay. You got to cut it off in 15 minutes, and 9 minutes is not okay. That's critically under. So try to get in the very close neighborhood of 15 minutes. And in those 15 minutes, you explain where did this project come from, and you explain what did the project consist of. Now, ordinarily, this would mean you describe the phenomenon, the question you wanted to ask, what previous research showed, how you collected data, what the results showed, but, of course, we are doing a whole lot of Plan Bs. So, Brad, you've got your service learning project, and you can say, where did this come from, and what happened when I executed my service learning? How did I decide in advance that I was going to measure its effectiveness? What did that measurement show afterward, and why does all of this matter? And you do all that in 15 minutes. And I will say, before I talk about Abby, Maya, and Tanner's projects, we want for these videos to be fairly polished. It would be a good thing if this is a video that you could show someone in the future as part of your portfolio to show what kind of work you're capable of doing. So do this on some decently nice equipment. Do it with more than one take. Try to clean out vocal clutter. Don't send me a video that has a lot of ums and uhs in it. Try to speak the way you would speak if a prospective employer was watching this. So for Abby and for Maya and for Tanner, you're still looking to collect data if you're going to get your IRB finalized. Abby, I know that you are now working on a lit review, and Maya, we're kind of doing the history of all the different iterations of your persuasive project. What we're doing is, what was the origin of this project, and then what work did I do, and at the end of this work, what can I demonstrate that I learned, and why does that matter? And again, 15 minutes, fairly polished. What we plan to do then is to put them in a YouTube channel and to put them up as a premiere. And you could do a Google search for a YouTube premiere if you've never done this before, but what it does is you set a time when the video is going to go live, and we're going to publicize all these times when all these different videos explaining projects are going to go live, and then we're going to have professors encourage their students to watch the video the minute it goes live. And then whenever your video is done, if you made a 12-minute video, 12 minutes later you would need to be there, and you would need to be participating in the chat thread with that video, because that's where people who watch the video are going to ask you questions. And that's also where I am going to ask you your retention questions. Now, Professor Barry, our history professor, she's proposed that we might actually want to use a Zoom meeting to where this fielding questions could be live through video conference. We might do that. So all you need to know right now is give a little thought to what could you do to make a quite polished and about 12 to 15 minute long video. And is there anything that you could do with visuals? It wouldn't necessarily have to be a video of your head the whole time. Is there anything you could have the audience look at? You know, if we were to have you do a capstone presentation in a classroom, you would be able to have the projector. If there are things that you would have put up on the projector, you can edit them into the video so long as the voiceover is still explaining to the audience what they're seeing. That's kind of the rough parameters of what you should be thinking ahead to. You do need to get me a title and abstract. I'm going to need that by 5 p.m. on April 24th. That is the Friday of week 14. Let me make sure I have that date right. Yes, April 24th, Friday of week 14. And if you have questions you want to ask me about this, shoot me them back and I will field them to the best of my ability. I hope you are keeping safe, and I hope I get to see some or all of you pretty soon, because I have been missing you.